Hello everyone, welcome back to Skyrim. Didn't do that much in between since the last part. All I really did was look up where some of the other Dragon Priest masks were and try and go collect those. Um, I believe there are two left that I collect before we utilize all of them. One you get at the end of the Mage Guild questline, and another you get later on in the main questline. So you need to do both of those if you want to do the Dragon Priest mask thing. But anyway, I have been thinking long and hard. I've now been doing a lot of research, looking into all different kinds of details to try and help make a decision on this. I actually thought about putting this off by going, you know what? I've decided that we're going to put off siding with someone to do something else. Nah. But honestly, guys, the Mage Guild questline in this game is one of my least favorites. I mean, we could do the Dawnguard stuff, but I actually want to put that off, as well as the Dragonborn stuff. That's kind of like later, like stuff that's like meant to be done later in the game. So here's the thing. I have made a decision for this character. For full context and disclosure, I want to let you guys know that years ago when I first played this game, I played as a Nord, and I ended up siding with the Stormcloaks and experiencing what that side of the story was, while role-playing the aspect of being a Nord and resenting the idea of them ruling over my homeland and helping Ulfric take it back, you know, and all of that. But for this character, I am an Argonian. I have seen how they have been treated in Windhelm, my fellow Argonians, and, you know, let's just say that while at the beginning of this, we perhaps thought the Stormcloaks was not such a bad idea, considering how that the Empire was trying to kill me, over time, we perhaps have started to find out some things about Ulfric, the Stormcloaks, the Nords, as well as the Empire, that started to change our perspective on these things. So, ultimately, I have decided that we are going to be joining the Empire. And I know this could upset some people, and, you know, I understand that. But let's just say that while I have fully experienced what the Stormcloak side of the story is like, I'm kind of eager to do it for this time around to now see the other side. But honestly, I've been looking at so much external material, the wiki page, the forums, people's takes on this, looking up other YouTube videos of people talking about which side is ultimately best, either for Skyrim or for Tamriel or the war against the Thalmor. And it seems like the majority say that if you help the Empire keep Skyrim as part of the Empire, it actually will help their chances of defeating the Thalmor. Now, whether or not that ends up being true or not, that's a whole different discussion, and we ultimately won't know until this series continues. But, you know, once Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, maybe we'll find an answer in regards to that. But, you know, it's also other various different things, like how if you help Ulfric make Skyrim independent, how are their resources independently as one nation compared to if they're part of the rest of the Empire, somehow going to make them be able to be strong enough to take on the entire Aldmeri Dominion? I mean, think about it. The Dominion was strong enough to... they didn't necessarily win the previous war. It's just kind of in a standstill at the moment because the Empire did seriously hurt the Thalmor's armies, where right now the Thalmor can't really finish them off, so they're kind of like during a ceasefire with the Empire. But, I mean, even if they liberate Skyrim from the Empire, how are they by themselves going to somehow defeat the Aldmeri Dominion when they're, like, 3 nations or so big? as opposed to one nation like Skyrim. I mean, just kind of, I don't like the Skyrim's chances if they go independent with Ulfric and the Stormcloaks against the Dominion. I don't think they would be strong enough. Now, I mean, that's debatable. This is just my speculation. This is not like, this is what's going to happen. I'm not saying this as a definitive fact. I'm saying this as my speculation and perspective from all the information that I've gathered to help me come to a decision on who to help. I've also been finding out some things about Ulfric that he doesn't seem to be as nice or as shiny clean as he perhaps would want you to think. There are some things about Ulfric that I found out from other characters like Sybil in Solitude, as well as what's his name, this Snowshod Nord guy in Windhelm, where he's talking about how Ulfric, if there are Nords being attacked, he'll send out soldiers, but if either Dark Elves or Argonians are being attacked, doesn't bother sending any soldiers. Sybil also talked about how he pretty much spoke out against them agreeing to the Concordant at the gathering, and kind of criticized Torrig allowing it, but he never asked Torrig, would you be willing to stand up and go against it? But he never asked Torrig. And then later on, he challenged him in a fight and killed him, as we saw at the beginning of the game, where they talked about how he used the voice, a shout, to kill Torrig. Now, the thing is, guys, he put Torrig in a position where he had to accept that fight. There was no way he was going to win that fight. Torrig was just a young, up-and-coming king, but he wasn't a warrior. He wasn't a fighter. Ulfric was an established soldier. Like, he was a great fighter. But he had to accept that challenge from Ulfric to a duel because it wouldn't have been considered the honorable thing to do, and he probably would not have gotten into Sovngarde. But because he did, the belief is that he did ultimately go because he accepted the challenge and he died with honor. But when you think about it, Ulfric put him in a terrible position. So perhaps Ulfric is not the ideal guy that he wants everyone to think he is. Like this guy who's leading a great revolution, and he's like the revolutionary leader that we all want him to be. So if you want to chime in on this, feel more than free to do so in the comments. I would love to hear your talk about it on this whole debate, as I encouraged earlier in the playthrough. And hey, I'm sure there are other, if you're upset that I'm siding with the Empire instead of the Stormcloaks, I'm sorry, but this is what I decided to do for this playthrough, for this character. If I was playing like another character, like if I was playing that Nord I played years ago, then perhaps I would consider role-playing to be like, yeah, I'm all for Ulfric and all that. But for this character, I decided that he would want to side with the Empire because perhaps he's sick and tired of seeing how his Argonian people are being treated by the Stormcloaks and the Nords in Windhelm, and if he helps the Empire take Windhelm, perhaps they will be treated more fairly, and they will be treated better. They're getting paid like a tenth of what other people in Windhelm are getting paid just because they're Argonians. That whole racist thing. A lot of people criticize the Nords and the Stormcloaks as being racist because of this. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go clear out the fort, join the Empire, and help the Empire win this civil war to help the reunification of Skyrim, to keep Skyrim as part of the Empire, because ultimately, if the Empire and if Skyrim and its resources remain part of the Empire, that will help the Empire's chances in the long run of perhaps being able to defeat the Thalmor. But if Skyrim is liberated from the Empire, that will hurt both parties. And we even saw in the journals I got from the Thalmor embassy, Ulfric was considered an asset by the Thalmor. Also, they are totally fine with the Stormcloaks winning this war and like removing Skyrim from the Empire, because they want to defeat the Empire and all the human nations eventually. But if they stay unified as a whole, that really helps their chances to be able to try and somehow stay as, defeat the likes of the Aldmeri Domain, which is the ultimate goal here.
Good. You picked a bad time to get lost.
Oh, I'm not lost. I'm here on purpose. Oh no! Shadowmere! Are you kidding me? Ah. Well. Sorry, guys. This is one of the unfortunate things when you're gonna, have a horse like Shadowmere, is they will just charge in and attack when they really shouldn't. But she is not the typical type of horse. Oh, boy. Let's see if I can perhaps move Shadowmere a little farther away, and then Durkithus and I will go and clean out this fort. That way we don't risk Shadowmere charging in. But even if she does, hopefully I can try and keep them away from her. Alright, let's move you over here. Stay. Stay, Shadowmere, stay. Huh. Okay, never mind. They... Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. I should have gone in a little farther. I should have just stormed in. Alright, let's just... You know what? Let's just charge in like... Charge!
That's a surprise.
Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
Good. Good ox.
I cannot best you.
You're not getting away. Oh, I can't pass. You have to run. No, 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 no. Get back here. Okay, Shadowmere's still staying over there. Good, good, good. Alright, so Durkithus is kind of keeping them busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you?
Good. Good ox.
Oh! Take that, bandit! Ha-ha! Oh, boy. Alright, Shadowmere's still over there. Good, good, good. I just hate seeing... That's why... I'm gonna just throw out a name you guys probably know if you have played this game. Miko? Yeah, that's why Miko has not been around. I haven't brought him with us. Because let's just say I don't like seeing them die. I don't like it.
Huh?
Ha ha! Slit your throat. Oh, and by the way, reach level 50. During that time, I was going after the Dragon Priest.
I'll never do another span in that stinking jail. I'd die and give myself up. Look! Lunax! Come to me!
You were the chief? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Can't believe the Empire had such a hard time with you guys. Woo! Up to 86,000 gold. Keep this up and I'll get that trophy for holding on to 100,000 gold. Okay, what's the last area to go to clean this place up? Ah, over here. The last ones are in here. The prison. Gotcha.
You're mine. Look!
Bad
Lunax!
get lost.
Boom! Report to Legate Rika. Daedric War Axe of Expelling. Ooh. Huh. Why was he down here if there are no prisoners to guard? Does he just like hanging out in the prison? What is it about Bethesda and prisons? Maybe Angry Joe was right in his review for Skyrim where he talked about maybe they have some kind of prisoner fetish. Okay.
Favor the bow, eh? I'm a sword man myself.
I'm both.
Look,
'Cause you
that
can be
Vichy woman
both.
had a bodyguard. I know it's terrible she got murdered at her own wedding, but the city guard is hardly to blame. Is she-
Oh, he was commenting on my dragon scale armor.
Tell me again why I'm wasting.
Don't
men
think you can
chasing-
barter with me like I'm one of those damned shopkeepers.
If Ulfric gets his hand on that crown, it won't be a fairy tale. It'll be a problem.
Crown.
Don't you Nords put any stock in your own traditions? I thought the Moot chose the king. We're backing Elisif. When the Moot meets, they'll do the sensible thing.
Not everyone's agreed to the moot. You've been here long enough to know that Nords aren't always sensible. We follow our hearts.
So what? Ulfric gets this crown and then suddenly he's High King?
No, it's not as simple as that. But the Jagged Crown would be a potent symbol for his cause to rally around. But if we found it first...
And we gave it to Elisif.
In the absence of the moot, it would further legitimize her claim.
Huh.
Perhaps. I'm entrusting you with what resources I can spare. But I'm warning you, if this turns out to be a waste of time and men...
It won't be a waste.
Make sure you take the auxiliary here. You can send him back when you get there and find nothing but old bones and cobwebs.
The Stonefist's no fool. He's found the crown, but we'll get to it first. Welcome back, soldier. I'm glad you made it in one piece. I'll send men to garrison the fort right away. You did well. I'm impressed. But before we go any further, it's time for you to officially join the Legion. Speak with General Tullius. He'll administer the oath.
By the way,
In
Rika...
joining the Legion, you'll be taking an oath binding you to the service of the Emperor, and thus to every citizen of the Empire. Are you prepared to make that commitment?
Okay, two things. One, I was gonna say that Rika has history with Ulfric. The indication is that they used to be friends on the battlefield, where they actually, like, used to, you know, either are still friends or used to be friends. And she's a Nord. This is her home. She's, like, the one who's, like, has more knowledge here. That's why she's, like, the top advisor for Tullius. Tullius is, like, from Cyrodiil. He's a master military tactician, but he's not entirely familiar with Skyrim and traditions and Nords and such. Also, isn't it funny that I can do this after doing the Dark Brotherhood questline and assassinating the Emperor? Now, the dialogue here is different. If I had not done the Dark Brotherhood questline yet to this point, I would have, well, he would have said Titus me the Second, but because I've already assassinated him...
Get out of here.
Whoops. But because I already assassinated him, instead he's just going to say the Emperor, because it's believed that they are now working on picking a successor.
Something to report?
But let's go ahead and do this.
Changed your mind? Decided you wanted to soldier for the Empire after all.
I'm ready to take the oath.
Well then, repeat after me. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor.
Well, if it's Emperor Palpatine, upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor. I'm gonna pretend I'm a Sith and be like, I swear to the Emperor, to Palpatine.
And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire.
And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire.
May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty.
May those above judge me, and those below take me if I fail in my duty.
Long live the Emperor. Long live the Empire.
Long live the Emperor. Long live the Empire.
Welcome to the Imperial Legion, soldier.
The Sith Empire.
Just remember, we take care of our own. Once you're in the Legion, you're in it for life. Speak to Behrend. He's normally out by the forge. He'll get you outfitted. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Legate Rika has a special assignment for you.
Rika. Okay. Taking sides. Join the Stormcloaks or the Imperial Army. Get Imperial gear from Behrend. It's not going to be good gear, I can tell you that right now.
The Stonefist's no fool. He's found the crown, but we'll get to it first. Welcome to the Legion, Auxiliary. Listen up. Welcome to the Legion, Auxiliary. Listen up. Ulfric's right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist, has located what he believes is the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. We're going to
Hold
make
on.
sure. The rest of my men are already assembling
sorry.
outside Corvinjune. You have your orders. Rendezvous with the rest of the men outside Corvinjune.
What's the mission?
Ulfric's right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist, has located what he believes is the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. We're going to make sure he doesn't get his hands on it. The rest of my men are already assembling outside Corvinjune. I'll meet you there as soon as I finish up here.
What's the Jagged Crown?
A legendary crown dating back to King Harald's time or before. A powerful relic of a golden age, long since past. Legend has it that the crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and is said to increase the power of the wearer. Whatever the truth, if Ulfric gets his hands on it, it would be a powerful symbol around which to rally support for his cause.
And how do we know that the crown is in Corvin?
Well, to be frank, we don't.
Or June.
Its location was lost with King Borgus when the Great Hunt killed him off while on his Lushan campaigns. Supposedly, his body was brought back to Skyrim and secretly buried with the crown. Knowledge of that location was lost in the Wars of Secession. But my agents report that Galmar is pretty damn convinced Corvinjune is the tomb of King Borgus. I know Galmar. We fought in many wars together. He's not a sentimental man taken to fancy. If he believes the crown is there, he's likely found it.
And why do you fight for the Empire?
I am a loyal citizen of the Empire. My parents were legionnaires, and I've followed in their footsteps. But more importantly, I am a daughter of Skyrim, and wish to see her made whole again.
Interesting. Wait. Don't Stormcloaks call themselves the sons and daughters of Skyrim?
I've been a daughter of Skyrim all my life. I love this land, and her people. So do all the Nords that serve the Empire. Ulfric, too, once. He wasn't always a self-serving egomaniac. He fought in the Imperial Army in the war against the Dominion. But Ulfric and his Stormcloaks are deluding themselves. If there's any hope of a long-term victory against the Dominion, it's in the Empire. The rebels are only inflaming the tension and weakening the Empire by distracting it from its ultimate aim.
You see? That's the point I was trying to make earlier. She's talking about the long-term victory against the Thalmor instead of winning this war here. That's the ultimate goal. So you have no problem with the treaty that bans the worship of Talos?
I'm a soldier, not a politician. And my personal beliefs are not yours to question. But more importantly...
Let's skip this and go back to that other
I've
question.
The rebels are only inflamed. I consider this conversation over.
Oh.
What did you need, soldier?
What will it take to end the war?
I hope Ulfric will come to his senses, but I fear he's in too far to stop now. Likely only Ulfric's death or the overthrow of the Jarl supporting him will end this. Either way, much blood will be spilled. Don't
Right.
wait for me. Get to Corvinjune as soon as you're ready. I'll meet you there.
I believe the legate gave you an order. Why are you standing around here flapping your jaw? Move out!
All right, all right. He is ready to get this done.
You wield a Zora star? How can such a thing be possible?
Because I'm the Dovahkiin. Okay, obviously I can't get my my armor from this guy until he's out and about. Why did I all of a sudden say that? Out and about. Sorry if I just offended anyone Canadian.
Everything's
or
all
from
right?
Canada. I wasn't trying to. I don't know. Sometimes I apologize. I don't know where that came from.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
General Tully said that you would get me outfitted.
I just have one question for you. Light, medium, or heavy?
Let's go with medium.
All right. This here is enough to keep your insides from spilling out. Except from the fiercest of blows, and shouldn't weigh you down too much. Now that's it. One free outfit per soldier. You lose that, or get it banged up.
No weapons, huh? Just armor.
What?
Well, guess
Take
what?
a look.
I'm selling these right back to you. There we go. Thank you for the free outfit. Now I sell it right back to you. Isn't that hilarious that you can do that? May as well try and sell him something else. Improved my speech doing that. Very nice.
Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Yeah, except you don't have a smelter here at your forge, which is kind of a letdown, pal. That's why I keep going back to Whiterun. Alright, the Jagged Crown. Where is this located? Over here. Unfortunately, I can just go to either of these places. It's actually near my house over here. I can just go over here. It's actually not that far from Whiterun. Interesting. Of course, the question is that where we're gonna go next? Well, maybe.
Can I help you?
No, thank you, House Carl. I have my fellow Argonian friend helping me. Alright, let me see here. Let's see, what else can I drop off here? Nope, can't do that. But fortunately, it doesn't weigh anything, so I guess it's not a big deal. Alright. So, I guess we might be going after the Jagged Crown when we come back. Stay tuned.